All right. And I'm back. Part 2 of the Vanguard questline. Let's see how this goes. So far, I've killed a xenomorph. That was fun. I thought it would be stronger, but I'm probably a little bit OP for this questline. You know, my ship is definitely OP for this questline. Alright, so to Mars. I want to know what's up with the Gargan, Bandar, all this. Loss. Oh, we're gonna do this one. Sidonia. No, I'm vaping more than usual because I'm trying to quit smoking. My e-cig died, kind of, and then somehow started working again. So I ended up buying a pack of cigarettes in the meantime. I regret this. Now I'm going to have to deal with the after effects. I also have to run today, so...
Just because the governor's office is right out there.
Sometimes I forget about the lack of gravity here. Alright.
Hey,
not you.
For anything in particular?
You. Egghead.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
I mean, kinda.
Worked. Past tense. Dr. Walker hasn't been employed here for some time now. A shame, too.
Go on, out.
We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best.
You can try to track
That
him down.
won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employing someone so unreliable. But we would like the money he owes us. If you can convince him to pay his debts, we'd be most grateful.
I might pay it for him. How much does he owe you?
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
Wonderful.
Where
I
was he?
suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle, what I suppose is technically a bar on the lowest level of the city. If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would. But I would urge caution. They're not a group known for their hospitality.
That's fine.
How goes?
P2. Alright. Platform 2.
Ever been to Aquila?
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
We're gonna use Hadrian's name.
Doc Walker? Well, you're barking up the wrong... And you.
Why don't you come here and tell me what some stray wants with Walker?
Alright, that was a little weird.
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker?
Yep,
That's
I'm here to
so.
deliver something for her.
Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right. Maybe she did send you. Or maybe you just know where to buy your fakes. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason.
Nice
He's
eye
debt
patch.
to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore.
I was
Bet
trying to do that
person would make
before.
a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend.
See if I can get rid of the
That's
dead.
good to hear. Now, you want my opinion? The most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course,
Got
rumor
plenty.
is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom.
Boring.
If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits,
No.
I'd be happy to cover the costs. But one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. Now, what say you get out there and help Dr. Walker?
Hey, you. Maybe Hadrian's friend. Come here.
What?
Heard you talking with Lou. So you're going to help Dr. Walker?
I'll try to.
Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract.
I'm
But
slightly
we stumbled
more
on a way
interested.
to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
Sounds pleasantly easy.
Yeah, it does. It would be. There's just one issue. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Now I'm definitely
But if you
interested.
can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
Cool. Yeah, I'll help.
Great, great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Problem solved. Alright, which way is that? Kill the spacer leader in the deep mines. Absolutely. That seems like much more fun. Could just pay off the debt, but hey. Yeah, that's the one. Outside. I wonder if the spacer leader's got anything dank. Ugh. Getting 5 boosts. That's a ways, but okay. Okay. 7 boosts. Yeah. Right. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10. Nice. All right. Oh, I don't even need that for you guys. I can get a pistol for you guys. Do I have one? I do. This pistol is absolutely awful. Do I have another one? Well, I can use that. I can just use that. The Maelstrom. Made it for a reason. What you got? 762 or whatever. Caseless. Problem solved. You guys are mildly irritating. Annoying. Take me to your leader. Where is your leader? Ooh. It's an adaptive frame. troublemaker. Trouble not made anymore. Problem solved. Excuse me? I gotta move that. There we go. All right, you.
Big mistake. Taking us off.
I am not screwing with you guys. All right, look, just. Hey, where'd you go? You sneaky bastard. There we go. Problem solved. Nice breakdancing. Good job. Alright. Well, you're all cleared out. That problem's solved. Bunch of you, isn't there?
On me. Let's move.
Oh, you got a problem there. Good. On you.
Everyone, run! Run!
Everyone run. Where's your leader? This place is huge. Need your leader's head. Just his head.
You're nothing.
What? I literally just doinked all your friends, dude. Like, come on. Not nothing. Alright. This guy really is in the deep mines. It's in, like, the deepest part of the mines. Alright, what is that? Hematite. I don't have any of that yet. Aqueous. This. Okay. Problem solved. There we go. Perfect. Annoying. Sharpshooter space suit. Okay. Neat, but now what I need. Hello.
Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Ares 2330. Got it.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Collating. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
Ooh. Silver and neon. What do we got? Calibrated drum beat. Scouts calibrated urban eagle. Not bad. Garbage. Definitely take that. Yeah, you know what? Take both of them too. And the med pack and the gimbal. Anything else in here, really?
All set? Good.
Yep.
You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be
Sweet.
waiting at the circle.
Problem solved. What is that? That's a cutter. Hydraulic clamps. Pharma lab. Yep. Alright. Back to the surface. Not so bad so far. What do you want me to do? Why do you want me to go back down there? For what? You know what? Problem solved.
Always nice to kick back in the broken clear out.
Elevator.
Do your part to keep Sidonia free.
There you go, dude.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduce joint wear? Oh, increase lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that?
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output.
Perfect.
Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
All right, Percival. Time to clear your debt. Hey, buddy. You remember me?
Was there something else?
Got a business proposal for you. A lucrative one.
I'm never one to turn away an opportunity. But I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
Yep. Turn aqueous hematite into liquid credits.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do?
Makes your miners more efficient.
An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers.
Not anymore, they're
So
not.
I've heard.
I already cleared them out. Won't cost you a credit to get started.
Well now, that is intriguing.
Yeah.
A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on.
Uh-huh.
We could contract out all the actual lab work. Bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials. The licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened, thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
Clear Percival's debt.
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we have a deal then. And here, a finder's fee from the Authority. A perfectly reasonable amount for a discovery with this sort of potential. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure.
2,400 credits. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Perfect.
All citizens are welcome and encouraged to make use of the
Elevator.
Community Center on mid-levels for activities of all Community Center representatives plan
All right,
events
he's
or
good.
regular gatherings.
Solid. Took care of Percival's debt with the Trade
Did
Authority.
you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Here, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Perfect. Straight to the deep mines. No running. Already been there. Yeah. up here. This way. Alright. Well, here's the thing, Chief. How am I supposed to get over there? Oh, that door. The door right in front of my face. Perfect. Anything neat in here? Probably not really. Just a whole lot of running around in circles. That is quite the drop. What is over here? Takes me back around. Of course it does. Alright. Stuff. Yes. Seriously. Well, there's only 2 dots. I'm gonna have to use two of the really useful ones. Well, that can't be used for anything, apparently. So we say that and that for the last one. It's this. No. Wait. Yes. Yes. Perfect. A microsecond regulator. Really? Okay, that's not impressive. Find some more of this right quick. Just in case I actually need it for something. I have a feeling it's going to be useful. Come on. Alright, problem solved. It's a nice looking base you got there, buddy. Just gonna go ahead and skip right over here. Probably go that way, but is there a door here? No. Straight to you. I'm coming. Right out.
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the trade authority.
Yep.
Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
Absolutely. Sample tissue.
You sample. You came all the way down here for that. Must be some damn important cells.
Oh yeah.
Want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at?
I want to kill more of those things. Terramorphs.
A fast-growing terramorph. That is concerning. Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. She gave you this? If she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Nice suit, dude. Hey, it's not theft in here. Perfect.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, Lou mentioned how you took care of the dead. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
All right, look at the sample, bud. Come on, let's go.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in the slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
Nope, not fake. Collected it myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
Yep.
It was a city wiped completely off the map by Terramorphs. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity. So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
Orders are to take that analysis to Hadrian. She should be able to... Waiting to the sixth circle. Get your boots on. We're going to stop more attacks.
Music to my ears.
Before they start.
Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Perfect. Wait, where am I supposed to be going? Crap. This is neat. Map. Missions. Back there, so I don't have to run. Brought this guy with me. Probably gonna need him. He can explain all this stuff to you better than I can. I just like killing stuff. Especially these ridiculous xenomorphs.
Be careful down near the mines and enter any
Crap.
active sites.
Low gravity.
Can you believe people used to think?
Is that really her? Hadrian.
There we are.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Thought so.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
Yep, a little more gunfire than I usually like on delivery jobs.
Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact.
Yup.
So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample?
Okay.
It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Yep. If all you need is someone to charm the higher-ups, I'm your guy.
That's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Yep, know who you guys are. Your past is none of my concern.
Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Need access to a large data set. Understood. Let's go talk to him.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the Cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Alright. Gonna meet me in front of Mast at New Atlantis. Well, I'm gonna be there in about 2 seconds. Simple jump. Whoa, what was that? You know, whatever. It's not as bad as regular Bethesda games. There's nowhere near as many glitches. I haven't got stuck in furniture except once, so I'm gonna call that a win. By the way, do not jump on the tables
over here
in your ship.
The workup's in the Cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So,
it's cool.
In the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone. of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
Yep, you're a clone of a man. How's that work?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
I'm more interested in what this has to do with addressing the
I'm
cabinet.
getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC.
Okay.
Military and civilians.
There's an asshole.
And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
It's fine. My persuasion skills are really good. You are not your father. Yep.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already.
More curious about what the Carabiners
got
for.
A second, was there anything else we needed to discuss?
Why the
I know you got
Carabiner?
dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
I don't have any questions.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin.
That's what I thought.
Parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Perfect. Let's go.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on...
Cabinet chambers. Perfect.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Yep, it was important.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Figure out what we're facing so we make an informed decision of the data. We need the archival data to stop a possible
That's quite the leap,
Terramorph
Captain.
apocalypse. Yep.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tauceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Wiped out a colony. It's tissue matched ones from Londinium.
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Absolutely.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we've... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs? More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God. There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. The nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Send me.
We'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am.
Problem solved. Nope, wrong way.
The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
What is going on?
Stop! We're trying to help you!
Are people becoming Terramorphs?
That's it! Now hit them with everything you've got!
Really? Now what? Okay.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorphs' influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Sounds like we need to go.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Okay, fine. Modified EM Equinox will be number 1. All right, to the spaceport. Oh man, this is bad.
Back up! Don't just stand there.
Give me all your stuff.
Experts? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Okay, problem solved.
You might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
Let's go.
Did you have any experience with Terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
We'll handle it.
Your call.
You
We're
stay
on the
put.
line.
Yeah, you don't seem like fucked up my ship. Gonna be very angry.
Never wished I'd been more wrong about a theory.
You ever think more attacks would happen so soon?
Not in a million years. Another attack, just as we're making our request, It's insane. If this doesn't convince the cabinet to proceed with our request, I don't know what will. Almost hard to believe. Suppose we were just in the right place at the right time.
I guess. All right. Well, they're all dead.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
You held the line. Your heroes here, not us.
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Alright. Through the broken barrier that there was a Terramorph behind it somewhere.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all clear signal before.
Yep. Okay. This Terramorph stuff is interesting. It's the most interesting questline yet.
Nothing's getting to the camp.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Heroes were minted down at that spaceport.
There you are.
And that includes you.
I believe we have some things we should discuss.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major.
Awesome.
As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Fantastic. Me? Why not send a diplomat? You know what? Fine.
We do.
If you're sure that's the wisest course of action.
We're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
You can count on me.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Officer.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kirk.
All right.
Start getting a plan together for that data.
Well, that's that. I'm off to edit. I will see you guys in the next one.